What's going on, y'all? How's everybody doing today? Everybody good? Everybody good? What's up? What's up? What's up? David, what's up, man? How is everybody doing today, man? Let's go ahead and get into this live show. All questions, y'all go ahead and fire them off. Let's give it a second. Let everybody get in real quick first. We got 7 people in here. Let's let everybody get in real quick, and then we'll do it. What up, James? What's up, man? How's it going? What's up, everybody? Let everybody get in. Fred, what's up, bro? What is going on, man? I'm locked in. Let's get it right. Let's get it. Let's get it. I'm excited for this slate, man. A little Friday money to get. Real quick before we go into the weekend, Dame back at home tonight. 10-3 ball game tonight. Oh, hey. GPP, I like Lillard. Lillard's fine for GPPs. I don't have a ton of them in cash, but he's fine for GPP. How's everybody doing, man? Let's let everybody get in, and then we'll get started. Drop a like down below as you head in. Let's get it. Thanks for coming live the day after Thanksgiving. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. I didn't go live at all this week. That's why I was like, okay, I got to make sure I do it on Friday. Get in on this last plate after this live. That's what's up, man. Hell yeah, me too. As soon as this live's over, I'm about to go get me some too. Hope all had a great holiday. Yeah, man. Hopefully everybody had an amazing Thanksgiving. It's time to get back to work, though. It's time to get back to work. How's college football doing today? Washington D is stingy. Any worries for Giddy? No. Well, if Shai Gilchrist-Alexander is going to play, then yes, I do have a problem with Giddy. If Shai misses, then no. Cam, we need a clean Braves fitted on the next live. Fitted? I normally like different. I don't really wear fitteds like that. I wore my Braves hat the other day, actually, the other day on my live. What was I checking for right now? Oh, college football. Let me see how college football's doing. Pretty good. All right. What's going on, everybody? Welcome in, everyone. Let's get started, man. Let's get started. So we have an 11 game slate today on the main slate. 11 game slate. There's no real big injury news except for you have Shai Gilchrist-Alexander, who was upgraded from out to now questionable. So we have to keep an eye on that because if Shai misses, I love Giddy. If Shai plays, I'm off Giddy. So we kind of got to wait and see how that turns out. I hope that we get some Jokic news before the slate starts. That would be awesome. Not sure if we're going to because once again, it's the 8 p.m. Central game. So, it might be one of those things where the slate starts and then you have to kind of make adjustments. If you have Jokic, you're going to have to find a way to get off. If you don't have him, and he's playing, you might want to get on him. I don't know. Beasley is still at 3-9 and 226 total game. Yeah, that game in general, I really like that game. There's plenty of ways to go there. I really like that spot for Beasley. I put him in the high 5, as you guys know. Love the spot for Anthony Edwards as well. So Anthony Edwards and Beasley are my 2 favorite from there. I feel like they wouldn't have upgraded if he wasn't going to play. I almost want to construct my lines as if Shai's in. Okay, I mean, there are times where they do upgrade a guy to questionable just because maybe he can go and then he kind of, runs into problems as time gets closer. But, yeah, I mean, it's tough. The game starts at 7 p.m. Central, so we might know before the slate starts. I'm hoping we know before the slate starts. What do you think about Rozier and and who? Rozier, I'm fine with Rozier. I think he's fine. What do I have Rozier projected at? Let me see real quick. I think I have Rozier over 5x projected. So many good guards to play today, though. Yeah, I have Rozier at 33.8. So at 6,000, I have him over 5x. Yeah, I mean, he does keep going underlooked. Rozier's one of those guys who he's streaky, man. He gets hot. He has a few huge games, and then he just disappears, and you're like, what the hell happened? That's who Rozier is. So Rozier's going to have one of those games coming up where he just disappears. You know what I mean? And just be prepared for that. But he's been balling lately. As of late, he's been good. Like I said, I haven't projected at 33.8, so I definitely like him. Your five still the same? As of right now, my five is still the same. Rozier, aka Devontae Graham. Yeah. Liking any sack players versus bad Lakers D. I will like more sack players if these guys are officially ruled out for Sacramento. We have a couple questionable guys for Sacramento that would open up some value. Harrison Barnes, Rashawn Holmes are both questionable. We'll have to see how that goes. I think they play, but I don't know. You think Jokic plays today? I don't know. It's tough, man. Yeah, it's tough, man, because Jokic got some work in on warm-ups on Tuesday, and now it's Friday. So he's had plenty of time to go. He wasn't good enough to go Tuesday, but maybe after all this time to kind of, heal and, he might be good to go. Davis has smashed GPP with Holmes out again. You can. I wish LeBron was out or something if I was going to do that, but he's fine. What else we got? Is Cat a good pivot from Jokic? I wouldn't. I'd prefer Jokic. If Jokic's in, I'd prefer that. What's the best play on the slate in your opinion? My best play on the entire slate? The best play on the entire slate. That's tough, man. I normally like to choose values as the best play, so probably Malik Beasley at 3.9. With the amount of work he's probably going to get in this offense now, Malik Beasley's probably point per dollar, one of my favorite plays. Top 3 value plays. I like Malik Beasley under 4K. I like Brandon Clark, who's what, 3.3 or 3.5. I like Brandon Clark as a value. He's been playing very, very well. Outside of that, value options that I like today, you can go Diop, who's interesting for San Antonio with them being without McDermott and without Vassell. Diop maybe. Best cheap power forward on DK. All right, let me see. Best cheap power forward on DK. My favorite power forward spot is Wendell Carter, probably. But I answered that already. Brandon Clark is probably my favorite cheap guy. Anyone from our team camp from ATL? No, not right now. I don't. That's not Carter Jr. or Vanderbilt. Oh, you don't either one? Yeah, so Brandon Clark. Juan says Rozier is a must. I don't know about Rozier being a must because you got good guards on this slate, but Rozier should be okay. He should be fine. Like I said, I haven't projected out very good. What's good, Cam? Colin, what's up, bro? GPP winner might have 4 to 5 players from that game. It's a good game, man. It's a good game. Not only is it a good fantasy spot if everybody was healthy, but then you add on the fact that people are hurt and guys are getting, bumps. It's great. Vanderbilt been putting in work, and price on DK hasn't exactly reflected. Vanderbilt. Let me take a look at Vanderbilt real quick. Vanderbilt at 4.7. He is hiking up to almost 5K. He's been doing really well. The last 4 games, he's been looking really good. Let me see something real quick. Let me see something real quick on Vanderbilt. Back to Wagner for value. I don't have a ton of Wagner, honestly, today. So far this season, Vanderbilt's been pretty good fantasy point per minute wise. Not too bad as of late as when he has been doing very well, as you guys already know. So yeah, he's okay value. I could see him hitting 5x at least, for sure. Really like Bridges if Plumlee misses and PJ not getting any run lately. Yeah, that's interesting as well. That's a good GPP option. How do you feel about Miles Turner? I don't feel much about Miles Turner. Miles Turner is one of those guys who I almost have on my do not play list. There's times where I might, force him to be in, but it's rare. Josh did better than Ingram last live. I said Josh Hart was going to be better than Ingram last live. You did. Am up 1,400 on Yahoo Sports. That's what's up, Juan. Good for you, my man. Yeah, I didn't understand the high ownership on Ingram last game. The dude's still working his way back. So yeah, Josh Hart did well for us. I had Josh Hart that day too, I believe. Bam is on my do not play list. Dude have the best matchup and get 35 fantasy points. That's the hardest thing. That's the worst thing, man, because y'all know me. Y'all know how I operate. Like, I sit right here where I'm at my desk, and I research these players all day long. And the guys that I end up in my lineup, all of them are in perfect spots statistically. You know what I mean? But sometimes guys are just off, man. You know what I mean? And it sucks. But a lot of times though, it's good though, because in baseball, you can have the best player in the world do nothing. You know what I mean? So, and we smashed baseball. Now we're in basketball where the best players in the world normally will put up most of the time. But it is frustrating with some of these guys, like Rozier, for instance. When you think he should go great, he might not. I have Jokic in a lineup, but who is your pivot if he ends up being out? Um, Somebody just mentioned DeJounte Murray, and I'm going to get back to that because I love him in GPP. All right, so if Jokic ends up being out, let me see, because I'll probably still spend up, but let me see. So if I take Jokic out of my player pool right now, right? Let's say I start feeling bad about it. I take Jokic out of my player pool and we work to see what happens. So as I talked about in the high five video, if Jokic's out, I'm probably not running to get a ton of exposure to somebody is blowing me up right now. Exposure to Denver, period. So my probably the way I'm gonna go is probably like Colin asked, DeJounte Murray. DeJounte, dude, I gotta tell whoever this is to stop talking to me. Oh, my uncle's liking tweets. I can't. My uncle is liking all my tweets right now, and it's coming through as notifications. Anyways, yeah. So Colin actually mentioned the guy that I might pivot to. Dejounte Murray uh, has been absolutely ridiculous this year. This dude is a super stud. He's still under 10K. He's dropped over 50 the last 2 games in a row. His usage is fantastic. His fantasy points per minute is fantastic. So I might pivot that way because I do have a couple centers that I also like. So if Jokic's out, I do have centers I'm okay with. Like I like Nurkic. If Nurkic starts creeping back into that 30-minute mark, I love Nurkic. I have Nurkic projected over 34. So that's almost 6x at his price of 6.2. So Nurkic seems a little cheap to me. So I'm fine with if Jokic is out, I'm fine putting Nurkic there and then going like a spend up guard, like a DeJounte Murray. So I'm glad Colin brought up DeJounte because yeah, DeJounte is one of my guys that I really like, man. DeJounte is definitely a guy I really like today. Let me see, what else have I missed? Frank Costa. I think I remember a couple years ago you going off on Turner for killing your lineups. Yeah, Frank. Yeah, Frank. There's been many of those times, my friend. And you know what's crazy too is the only time I've played Turner is when Sabonis is out. You know what I mean? That's really the only time I play Turner if Sabonis is out, and Turner still won't do shit. You know what I mean? So, who is your favorite pay up option for points per dollar? Favorite pay up's going to be Jokic if he does play. If Jokic's out, Dejounte Murray. As of right now, I really love Dejounte. Give me 3 locks for Yahoo. I don't look at Yahoo during the day, my friend. I'm sorry. I always take Murray. He's always 3% or so lower owned. It's crazy, but he goes off. Yeah, exactly. And that's the good thing about DeJounte too is ownership's always seems low. You know what I mean? Podol is chalk today. Why? Podol chalk? I don't know if Podol's chalk. Yeah, if he's chalk, I'm fine with getting off of that. Podol probably shouldn't be chalk. Let me see though. Let me see that matchup for Podol real quick. Against Boston, yeah, no thank you. No thank you. Al Horford because Al Horford is guarding him. What do you mean? Thoughts on Kevin Horter? I don't have many thoughts on Kevin Horter, man. I don't have many thoughts on Kevin Horter, to be honest with you. Thoughts on cheap centers Herbert Jones and Jeremiah Johnson Earl? They're okay. To be honest with you, I have not had many of them. I haven't had either of them in many lineups at all. So they're not guys who are really popping strong for me, but they're okay. Brogdon and Van Vliet on same lineup for GPP. Brogdon's okay. Let me see what I have Brogdon. I was looking at Brogdon for a little bit before I got on. I have Brogdon at 39. So at 7.5, so he's grading out okay. There's a lot of good guards once again today, man. You got Jalen Suggs. You've got D'Angelo Russell, Anthony Edwards a guard, or is he forward only? I think you can play Edwards at guard. Yeah, you can play Edwards at shooting guard. Malik Beasley, Josh Giddey. Who else? There's a lot of guards today, man. A lot of guards. DeJounte Murray. Gobert, decent play. Gobert's okay. Al Horford is playing the center tonight. Jacob should eat. Al Horford is not a bad defender, though. Al Horford's not a bad defender, so Uh, Playing Podol, there's not much of a reason to. I mean, that's where people kind of make mistakes trying to play guys for not much of a reason to do it. But hey, you can. There's just great center options today. Like if Jokic plays, you're gonna want Jokic. If Jokic doesn't play, you're probably gonna want. Like I said, I love Nurkic. He's up there at the top of my list for centers. So I have center guys that I'm enjoying right now, and I really don't care for Podol a ton. But no one liking Melo today and Edwards ball narrative there. So love Anthony Edwards. I get the narrative. I like LaMelo. I just played LaMelo the other day, and he actually screwed me. He ended up getting like the 30 something out of nowhere when he's just been on point and in a good matchup. But yeah, I would expect him to bounce back here. So I think tonight is a good night to jump back on LaMelo ball. For Yahoo, I would say Beasley, Smart, Murray, Lock. Carter revenge game thoughts. Yeah, I like Wendell Carter. I don't take into consideration revenge too much, but yeah, Wendell Carter. I do like Wendell Carter today. Today, you like Lillard today? Lillard. It would kind of come down to Lillard or Dejounte Murray, and I kind of have Murray higher, honestly. Duarte and Edwards or Fox and Beasley? Fox Beasley. What do you think about Dame against Golden State? Only 8-8 on FanDuel, but he's been going off slowly, but could break out game officially. Yeah, I like that price over on FanDuel. I do like the price for Dame on FanDuel. Any Kings players today? I will have more interest in King. I do like Fox. I'll have more interest in Kings players if we get any news about Harrison Barnes being out or Rashawn Holmes being out. Then I'll have more interest. I don't know if we're going to get that information, so I probably won't be able to capitalize off it too much. Giddy's still solid with SGA maybe playing. I don't want Giddy. If SGA plays, it kind of takes me off Giddy. If SGA misses again, I'm all over Giddy. I love revenge narrative. Jeremy Lamb played 18 minutes the other night against the Hornets at 42. And yeah, but that could just be he had a good game. You know what I mean? Like it's probably not because he was going for revenge, but who knows? Who knows? If you play like that, it's probably not going to turn out great for you, like on a regular basis. Who's my high five? It's on my channel. Lillard over, it's the same as it was. Lillard over 41 fantasy. 41 seems low. I think he should be able to hit 41. Diop projection today? Yes, I do like Diop. He grades out very well for me. Let me see what I have Diop at. Right now I have Diop projected at 16.9. So I have him at that almost that 6x range. He's okay. I'm probably going to raise him up a little bit, actually. 16.9. I think I want to go a little higher. That wasn't earlier on in the day projection. Good game, but he was motivated to have a good game. Kevin Horter. I haven't had many Atlanta, to be honest with you. There's not much Atlanta that I've had a ton of. Trae Young's been looking really good lately, but yeah, no, probably not much Horter, to be honest with you, unless somebody ends up being rolled out. Any love for Dillon Brooks? Not really. He's had a very high usage in this Memphis offense, though. It's kind of coming down to more reality, but as of late, like before he got injured, he was coming back down to reality a little bit off that usage, coming down a little bit more to realistic range. Dillon Brooks is okay, but I haven't had much of him today. That's why I say probably not. Green bean casserole or sweet potato? I like both of those, man. Probably sweet potato. Steph Curry today. I think Steph's fine. Yeah, Steph Curry. I mean, these studs are always cool. It just kind of depends on how your roster construction is coming. If you're paying up at center, then cool spending. If you're paying up at center, then it depends where your roster construction is. If you're paying up already at a different position, you're probably not going to be able to do it. So it just depends where the value's at. And today there's a lot of guards, so it kind of makes spending up at guard tough, but it makes it easier. The fact that, I love Jokic if Jokic plays. So we'll have to see. Marcus Smart. So I understand people's love on Smart. I do have him slightly over 28. So at 5.4, he grades out okay for me. So yeah, you can do worse than Smart, especially with Richardson being out. One lock for today over on FanDuel. Lock on FanDuel. Let me check for FanDuel real quick. Let me switch over to FanDuel really quickly. Pool is good for 39. Good for 39. That's a exact projection. Wiggins projection. Don't have too much interest in him, so I'm not really worried about his projection right now, honestly. Yeah, no. Beasley 4-2 small forward. Beasley's fine. Cat got to go crazy versus Hornets, right? He's been a little sluggish lately. But yeah, Cat versus Hornets, you could do worse, especially if you're stacking that game up. Let me see. My favorite option over on Fanduel, probably Beasley at 4-2. Wendell Carter's still kind of the same price over there at 5-5. I like him. If Jokic ends up out, I'm going to want Will Barton probably at 6K. Seems really good. Malik Beasley, probably my favorite play over there, though. Just like over on DK, value-wise. What's your thought on DeRozan? I don't have many thoughts on DeRozan or Zach LaVine. Um, those are guys that I just haven't had much exposure to Chicago, mainly because there's not really injury bumps happening on that team, man. Like, if Vooch was still out, then I'd be like, oh, yeah, I'm down to go back to that. But, with Vooch back healthy, it kind of takes me off Chicago. I played a lot of Chicago during that time when Vooch was out. But now, nah. Star Scrubs night. Honestly, I don't have a ton of scrubs. I really don't have a ton of scrubs. Just kind of spend up for one and balance, really, is what my style has been. Fox, Brogdon, Drew. If I had to pick one, I'd probably say Fox, then Brogdon, then Drew. What's good, Cam? AD 70 bomb incoming. No homes tonight. Do we know no homes tonight? He's questionable right now, so not sure 100%. But yeah, I mean, if Sacramento is super thin down low, then yeah, AD's probably going to be good. I always worry about AD. He's got the high upside, but he can at any moment just not show up. I would wish LeBron was out. What's good, James? What's going on, man? I like AD more when somebody's out. But yeah, the matchup is there. So y'all are right about that. I will give you that. 9 more minutes, y'all. I'm going to go grub on some Thanksgiving food. What else we got? Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Capella tonight, big double-double. Adams can't hang. And JJJ likes to shoot threes for some odd reason. So Steven Adams is pretty good down low. So yeah, I don't have a ton of Capella. Good game, but he was motivated. Already read it. Like Podol at all. Everybody wants to talk about Podol today. All right, so let me look over Podol one more time. Let me look over Podol because y'all have been all over Podol today. Jacob Podol at 5'7". I mean, I have him right around 5X. He doesn't have much upside, in my opinion. So I just haven't had a lot of him. Last couple games, he's looked good. 28, 32 last couple games. His price is the same as it was last game. So could I see 30? Sure, but the upside's not there. Cam, are we going to get the championship this year, ATL? No. I already know you're going to love it. Let's get it. Willie Hernan Gomez. That's an interesting guy to bring up. Willie Hernan Gomez. No. Ja Morant projection tonight. I have Ja Morant at, let me see. Let me find my projection for Ja. I have Ja at 46.2. 46.2. Murray run it back with Schroeder. I do like DeJounte Murray. I got DeJounte Murray around 50. Like, I personally have DeJounte Murray projected incredibly high, higher than any other site you'll probably see. So yeah, I have DeJounte Murray at 50.4. So GPPs, I love the upside of Murray. I don't know if I'm going to have Murray in cash, but I love Murray in GPP. The matchup is not the greatest versus Boston, but the way DeJounte Murray's been playing, man, I could see a 50 piece once again. And he's a solid option. If we don't have Jokic, then I'll be interested in going Murray probably as a spend-up guard. And I like how he's priced 9.4. Like, I feel like him and LaMelo are probably going to score around the same amount of points, and Murray's almost 1,000 less. You don't have faith on ATL this year? Man, not really, dude. Not really. LaMelo Ball 45 fantasy too high. I like LaMelo for over 45. I got him over 47. Murray or Cat? Straight up. DeJounte Murray or Cat? Let me see. All right. I have Karl Anthony Towns at 45.3, so Murray. LaMelo Ball, 45 fantasy too high. Oh, I already answered that. Thoughts on Trez? Don't have too much love for Trez tonight. Best 3 spend-ups? Best 3 spend-ups. My personal favorite spend-ups would be Jokic if he plays. Obviously, if Jokic plays, Giannis is going to be good as well because the game's going to stay more competitive. But if Jokic doesn't play, then I'm not going to want Giannis either in a blowout. Curry against Portland, and then I love Murray, point per dollar as well. But like I said, keep your expectations in check a little bit with Murray. Like I said, in cash games, I don't love going Murray because it is a toughish matchup against Boston. Marcus Smart's a good defender. But uh, I love the upside potential for DeJounte Murray at 9-4. Wendell Carter versus Chicago, absolutely love Wendell Carter. Russell, a good play. D'Angelo is grading out as a good play for me. I have D'Angelo at 39.2. So as you know, with his price of 7-4, he definitely hits value at that. Franz Wagner over 20, maybe. Giannis Greek. I'm going to go with Franz Wagner. No. Giannis Greek Freak versus Joker. If Jokic is playing, I like both of those guys. I don't like playing them together, but I'm saying I like both of them more if Jokic plays. I go Jokic straight up if I have to choose one. Gobert. Gobert's okay, but like I said, I like some more value-ish centers more. Like, for example, Nurkic, who I've mentioned multiple times on this live. Nurkic is 2,000 less than Gobert. 2,000 less. So I think Nurkic over Gobert. Dort usage rate lately, are you interested? I have some interest in Dort. What do I have Dort projected at? I know I have Dort's projection on here. I have Dort at 28.7, so almost 29. At 5'2", yeah, he's solid. Anything Edwards over 35 fantasy? Oh, yeah. Yeah, Edwards will get over 35. Harrison Barnes on DK. Right now, it's a little too much of a question mark with his status. I don't really like talking too much about a guy that I'm not sure if he's going to play or not. If he plays, sure. I don't have a ton of interest, though, even if he's in, honestly. Watch us be in the playoffs, AC. Yeah, I don't know, man. We might. Hey, we might. Best up, brother. Catch you on the flip side. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Frank. Have a good one, man. Nurk minutes been low, kind of scary. Nurk just hit 30 minutes the other day. Nurk just hit 30 minutes the other day. My boy in 25 minutes could drop 40. In 22 minutes against the Bulls, he dropped 39. 26 minutes against the Clippers, 43. 21 minutes against the Lakers, 46. 22 minutes against the Clippers again, 45. So if he plays, he just played 31 minutes against Sacramento, got 59. So Nurkic is a huge fantasy point per minute guy. Golden State is a smaller team, so there is that risk of him playing the lower 20s minutes. But at his price at 6'2", he can still easily hit 36 in limited minutes. So, and that's 6x. So who's the late night hammer you think would need tonight on DK? Late night hammer that I think you would need tonight? First of all, you never need anybody unless there's a big injury giving a dude a bump, and he's going to be extremely chalky and obviously in a smash spot. In the later games, there's nobody that really pops to me as I feel like you need them. If Jokic's active, I really like Jokic, but I still don't even think you need Jokic. Booker at MSG for GBP. A lot of guys like Devin Booker end up balling in a arena like MSG, so maybe. Thoughts on Suggs, Beasley, Edwards, Wendell Carter, Gobert. Go Bear. I like how you did that. Go and then literally spelled bear, Bear. Josh Giddey, Royce O'Neal, and Levine. No love for Royce O'Neal. Not much love for Levine. Gobert's okay, but other guys are grading out higher than me. Oh, Harrison Barnes is out, y'all. Harrison Barnes is out, so that's going to add some value. Let's see who spikes with that news. After we touch on who spikes with Harrison Barnes out, I'm probably going to roll out. We're at the 28-minute mark. Drop a like down below if you haven't already. 70 people in here. Let's get 70 likes real quick. All right, so Harrison Barnes is out. With Harrison Barnes off the floor, obviously, you're going to get a bump to De'Aaron Fox. You're going to get a bump to Marvin Bagley. You're going to get a bump to Me Too. Me Too might get another little bump. Buddy Hield probably going to get a bump. De'Aaron Fox, though, is interesting for sure with Harrison Barnes being out. It's definitely interesting for sure. Looking over the season, let me see. If we take a look over the season with Harrison Barnes off the floor, the guys getting the biggest bump, Davion Mitchell gets a good bump in minutes. Buddy Hield's usage spikes. Maurice Harkless might get the start. Halliburton gets a bump. So Mitchell, Hield, Halliburton, Harkless, all these dudes are going to get a bump. Marvin Bagley is fine. How's Marvin Bagley's minutes been? Let me see something real quick. Randall versus the Suns? No, thank you. Holmes is out as well as Barnes. Oh, are they both out? Oh my God. Okay, now they're both out. So I'm glad they gave us that news now, though, man, so we can take advantage of that shit. So we're definitely going to want something from Sacramento now with both these guys being out. I like Alex Len with Holmes being out as well. Like y'all talked about earlier with Holmes and Harrison Barnes off. Yes, AD is interesting. I don't see how Sacramento stops AD at all. Tristan Thompson is probably going to get some extra run. Tristan Thompson is going to get some run for Sacramento. Alex Len is going to get some run for Sacramento. I'm maybe Tristan Thompson starts. I don't know who they're going to start here. I don't know who they're going to start at center for Sacramento, but yeah, there's some good spots to go here now. I like that, man. I like that they dropped that news early on in the day, man, so we can adjust accordingly now. So we know instead of hitting us with that later on today. So I'm glad that we know that. So coming from that, yeah, we talked about the Sacramento guys that are going to bump. Me too is interesting. Davian Mitchell gets a good minutes bump, yes. So it's going to be interesting. We'll see what happens. Tristan Thompson or Len will get the start. One of those two guys will be great value. I would like it if they would let us know that. So far this year, Tristan Thompson's been the one that got the most minutes in that situation with Holmes off. So we will see. I bet they start Lynn. You think so? They might, man. They might. Thoughts on Trae Young? Memphis sucks versus PG. Trae Young is fine. He's been playing well lately. Also, Franz Wagner or Robinson Earl. Franz Wagner. If Shy's out, Robinson Earl. If Shy's not out, then Wagner. Thank you guys for joining me as always, man. We're at the 30-minute mark. Thank you guys for joining me as always. You had much of Kuz or no? No, I have not. Thank you guys for joining me. Terry Rozier is fine for 6K. Yeah, we've talked about him multiple times. He's fine for 6K. I missed y'all's questions about him. Thank you guys for joining me as always, man. Let's smash this slate. Drop a like down below before you head out. Y'all have an amazing weekend. Let's smash this NFL Week 12. And I'm out. Peace, y'all.